What up, friends? Geoff Fienberg back here with you for another edition of PGA Tour Prop Picks for oddschecker.com/US ZOZO Championship this week in Japan. Just a small handful of quality tour players have made the trip across the Pacific for this event. At Rick Run Good, Rick Gaiman at Rick Run Good. Wow, that shouldn't have been so hard. And I did a more extensive betting preview already in this event. Find it in the Odds Checker feed. It'll drop right into your feed if you sub into the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. We talked through our betting options in the limited opportunities that this field did represent. Although, if you think the winner isn't going to be one of those guys at the very top, there are certainly lots of intriguing options and a number that you could definitely be cashing on what would be Sunday morning. I'm a little off on how the time change is going to work for this event. And full discrepancy, I'm not even sure how much of this event I'll even catch myself watching. That would take maybe some unforeseen circumstances, like a really bad night's sleep, or knock on wood, a sick kid that could have me up in the middle of the night. Not gonna lie, this certainly doesn't feel like the fall major that last year's Zozo at Sherwood Country Club brought out, as we had a Rom Cantley finish. Ironic, that was very telling for, I guess, how some of the year would progress. Okay, enough with my rambling. Let's get into it. I didn't have the guts to bet Xander or Morikawa to supplement my Hideki Matsuyama bet at 14-1. I couldn't do it. I wish I didn't bet golf. Like all of my friends who don't bet golf, I feel like it's a much easier bet pill to swallow to take a 750 plus 650, wherever that number's been floating. I'm using the grid. I see they're both at 750 now. I don't know. I gotta be back betting next week in Bermuda and then Mayakoba after that. I just don't want to bet a 7-1. If it wins, props to you for picking it. I'm not going to be one of those snobby golf bettors who rubs his nose at it. I just can't bet it, right? Those things can both be true, which I believe they are. So instead of betting Xander Schauffele, I decided, if you saw my outright card already, at Hideki and Tommy Fleetwood on it. 28-1 on Fleetwood. That is the number I pulled. And we're going to add Mav McNeely, 35-1 on the outright betting card. Mav, lots of hype about him being a member last week. Obviously, he didn't have the Morikawa Sunday to catapult him to that finish, and he's certainly not Colin Morikawa. But for Mav, we head to another course that absolutely fits his skill set, with maybe less pressure on him, so he can just go pin stalking on a course that rewards great iron play, not very long. It does set up, in my opinion, very well for Mav, who just a couple starts ago finished T2 at the Fortnite Championship. I might have botched that name. I might have called it a video game. I'm even silly for continuing to talk about it and draw attention to that mistake that I just made. Nonetheless, Mav McNeely, he finds himself on the outright card. Adam Shank, 66-1. We're going to pull the trigger on Shank this week. There's no Taylor Gooch for us to bet. He's sort of been like a sidekick for me in my Taylor Gooch bets. 3 top 4s in his past 9 starts. Adam Shank, we are going to keep riding Adam Shank here, and we're even going to play an Adam Shank plus top 10 plus 550 on Adam Shank here. That one comes in at Bet365. He's in the like plus 450 on some other books when using the grid. So Shank for the outright, Shank for the top 10. We are not done there. Now come the top 20s. Must say, we hit the loser last week. By loser, I mean no outright winner. Prop card, very good. Nice units on the head-to-head play. And 2 of those 3 placing props come in with Sergio missing by a stroke. So I'm feeling like I'm seeing the prop board maybe more clear than I'm seeing the outright board. I mean, one is significantly easier to project than the other, but my expectations are too high, I think, when it comes to those outright selections. T20 Harry Higgs. Harry Higgs coming in at plus 270 on the odds checker grid. T27 at the Shriners. T9 at the CJ Cup, gaining multiple strokes with his approach, nearly 6 strokes with the putting last week at the CJ Cup. No, that's not necessarily transferable, but this is a player who seems to be really enjoying life, having a great time, and all things are clicking at the moment. So it makes wanting to make this outright. So, wow, almost did bet him for the outright. Maybe that was an omen in and of itself. Shank took that spot. So clearly shows what my thoughts are on Higgs this week. But when we see Harry Higgs in the top, like in the second leg of the FedEx Cup next year, it's going to be because of the great fall swing that he had in Vegas and continues this week at the ZOZO Championship. T20 for Harry Higgs plus 270. We're going to make back some losing outrights on that one. Chris Kirk, it's the fall. It's Chris Kirk season for me again. Plus 185 on the T20 card. Wow, buddy, you're playing T20s here. Get it through your head. Chris Kirk plus 185 on the T20 prop using that odds checker grid. Chris Kirk loves the fall. Chris Kirk going to a golf course that last time we were here, it was littered with some of the best iron players in the world. I mean, Tiger Woods won last time, makes you think, oh, shoot, best iron player of all time. Well, who's going to win this one? Probably the best iron player on the planet today. That's Morikawa. We're not betting it. We're making other bets, okay, friends? Chris Kirk, he can stick those irons. We can get some luck on those bent grass greens. T20 was obviously tempted to play this to higher levels, but I'm always pussyfooting around when it comes to Chris Kirk. We're sticking to the T20. Matt Neesmith, this is a double prong. T10, 10-1 using that odds checker grid, comes in as low as like plus 750, and at FanDuel as well. Both of these plus 310 for the T20. I just saw too much value in that T10. I could not resist. I just made that spiel for Chris Kirk about iron play. Well, Matt Neesmith has been one of the most prominent iron players, especially in this field this week. He has made his bread and butter on iron play, and he's top 5 in this field. He's top 5 iron play in this field in his last 50 rounds per Fantasy National. He's actually been quite a popular outright selection for people liking those find me 100-1 plus winners. I've seen his name pop up plenty on those. I don't have that sort of confidence in Matt, but the T10, T20 on this golf course, I believe fits right into his wheelhouse. I've said too much. I'm getting out of here. Let's hope we can bang off some winners in Japan this week as the boys, I want to say, head to Bermuda or Bahamas. Now I'm confusing myself once again, but I'll be back giving more PGA Tour content next week, as well as my NFL props picks video with Derek Hardy and Matt O'Leary will be out later in the week here at oddschecker.com/US. We got you all covered. MLB playoffs, NFL season, NBA is back, NHL is back, golf on the go all the time. We brought in my boy Tom Jacobs to add to the Odds Checker golf team. All big things happening here at oddschecker.com/US. We got you covered for absolutely everything. I'm Geoff Fienberg, and I'm out.